and welcome to my channel. My name is Georgia and here we talk about lifestyle, health and skincare, that kind of thing. We want to talk about all sorts on here. There's literally no limitations. My aim is to help people, you know. Basically 2 years ago I stopped eating meat, and after that, I mean when I say after, I'm talking maybe like 1 month after stopping eating meat, I noticed that my skin started to flare up. And it was with a completely new type of acne that I'd never seen before. I will leave some photos over here, or maybe over here so you can see, but my skin started flaring up in all these tiny bumps all over my face. Now at the time I was like so confused because I'd got rid of my hormonal cystic kind of acne. Like I'd already been on that journey, I didn't really want to go on that journey again. And I was literally like, no. But yeah, so literally I have gone 2 years not even realising what was going on with my skin. Now I've just realised, I want to say within the past 3 months or so, what the problem is. Now after a lot of research and a lot of trial and error, I've discovered that what happened, or what I think happened, is when I stopped eating meat, my diet obviously drastically changed. I more or less went into more of a vegan kind of lifestyle, so I stopped not only meat but dairy as well. And what happened is the microbiome in my stomach, my gut, changed. And when that happens, things can get really off balance. So you might have too much good bacteria, you might not have enough good bacteria, too much bad bacteria. There's all different things that can occur. But what happens is it changes, and your gut is reacting very differently to how it has reacted for the past, I don't know, 20 something years. Now obviously I'm not a doctor or a nutritionist or any of those things, but this is just sheerly, is that a word? This is just purely from research, but this is, I know for a fact this is what has happened. So I really wanted to share with anyone just in case you've stopped eating meat and you've noticed something different. Anyway, so what happens is, like I said, the bacteria changes and you might be left with too much yeast. So obviously your gut's out of whack, your flora's out of whack, your gut flora, and you start producing too much yeast. Now when your gut has too much yeast, it obviously shows through the skin. If you didn't know that your gut is related to your health, your mental health, your physical well-being, all these different things, your gut is so closely related. Now I stopped obviously, you know, eating whatever, my diet was very different, and yeah, so that is what happened. Now you're probably thinking, how do you deal with this? Like, what do you do about it? Obviously I've stopped eating meat and all of this. Well, what you can do is you can take a look at your diet and see if you have got enough probiotics in there. So whether it's kefir, whether it's sauerkraut, whether it's kombucha, you know, all these different things. I'll leave a little list somewhere for y'all. Just so you can see some, you know, things that you need. But probiotics is so important for the gut health. So obviously, yeah, stopped eating meat for 2 years, and then I realised that, in fact, no, there's something I can do about it. When you have an overproduction of yeast and not enough probiotics in your stomach, not enough, you know, live cultures, what you can do is you can take a supplement, which is what I am doing and what I have been doing. So I think it's like 100 billion or something like that, but not all of them actually survive in the gut. So you've got to be very selective on how you deal with that. But I can do a whole other video on that. If you would like, just comment below. But yeah, that's one thing you can do. You can also, like I said, change your diet, get more probiotics in there, making sure that you're eating enough of the good stuff, eating enough veg and stuff. You know, by no means panic and go back to eating meat or whatever just because your skin's flared up. I mean, to be fair, I was so gutted and upset that I'd lost all this weight. I'd made such a big transition in my lifestyle. I stopped eating meat and all of a sudden I've got all this acne. I mean, it's managing to get a little bit better now, but I've still got all these tiny bumps everywhere, especially on my forehead. I've still got it, something I'm still working through and dealing with. But yeah, that's why I can document it here and we can help each other. It's actually taken a very long time for me to realise that I was eating a certain particular diet and then I stopped meat, and then all these kind of symptoms are happening, all this is going on in the stomach. So yeah, just understand that if you're going through this as well, you can just start to eat more probiotics, more supplements, and there's so much other things you can do for fungal acne as well, which I've been doing, just in particular like a good healthy diet and avoiding things like starchy carbs, avoiding excess amounts of sugar, because it all feeds the yeast and it continues to grow. You may have heard of a candida diet. Well, this is kind of what I'm doing at the moment. Yeah, so that was just a really short video, but I just wanted to put it out into the universe. I just had a little idea. I wanted to put it out that if you stopped meat and you had this same problem, you are not alone. The chances are, I mean, not 100% chance, but the chances are it's potentially fungal acne. Actual name is Malassezia folliculitis, I believe. But yeah, that brings us to the end. Please don't forget to subscribe before you go. I would really, really appreciate it. And other than that, I will see you in my next video. Bye.